There is a place on the border of Brazil and Argentina where the sun shines and the eagle soars and time itself stands still. Iguazu. Translation: big water. Understatement of the century. Part 1. Brazil. During the past 2 weeks in Brazil, I was starting to wonder, where are all the tourists? I didn't see that many in Rio, and I certainly didn't see many when I was in Ouro Preto, but I found them. They are here in Foz do Iguaçu. And for good reason, because Foz do Iguaçu is right near Iguacu Falls, which is one of the most famous waterfalls, not only in Brazil, but in the world. And before I get too far into this video, I should point out there's a couple different ways to pronounce Iguazu. Apparently in Argentina, they pronounce it more like Iguazu. Here in Brazil, it tends to be like a S sound, like Iguaçu. So that's how I'm gonna be calling it. But I guess technically both are correct. So as you guys might be able to see, it's a proper jungle back there. So it's a pretty cool setting for these falls. That sign back there is no joke. There really are jaguars living here. Okay, enough about the sign, because as we take this turn, there it is. Iguacu Falls, oh my God. What's the name of those, Josh?
Those are coatis.
Coatis. You had a funny experience your first time here with coatis, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was like 11 or 12, I came here for the first time and had my lunch stolen by a coati. It was quite traumatic.
Oh. So yeah, apparently these guys are pretty common here at the falls. But as Josh pointed out, be careful. They're not afraid to steal things.
Yeah. And they've got claws too.
Yeah.
So.
Now he's doing a video call to Korea, to her parents. She said it's every Korean's bucket list to come here, and you can see why. I mean, this is just the first moment seeing Iguacu Falls, and I'm speechless. Look at the birds circling over top.
Yeah,
that's
I know,
so cool.
Right? Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't even look real. I don't know how to,
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. No sandwiches this time though, right?
Just drink.
Oh my God. He's already back at it again. So the next tip that I picked up is, if you don't get a nice view at one spot, or if it's just too crowded at one spot, just keep walking, because the way it is, it's like a nature path that goes for a couple of kilometers. And it's not only that first set of waterfalls, it's actually a series of 275 different waterfalls, which is just mind-blowing. It's like nothing I've seen before, that's for sure. Oh my God, I'm getting a first view of the second set here, and look at the size of that one, Nari.
Oh,
Look at it.
Speechless, yeah.
One interesting thing Josh mentioned was, because he's been here before during different times of the year, and in the rainy season, the amount of water going over the falls can be significantly more, which is mind-blowing to me because it already looks like a lot. I mean, it is a lot, clearly. But in the rainy season, there's more water. But on the other hand, it tends to be more, you said more brownish?
Like murkier, yeah.
Yeah.
Full of sediment.
It's full of sediment from the rocks and just the, everything being disrupted by all the rainfall. Whereas now you can see it's quite clear and quite white going over the falls. So you'll have a different experience here depending on what time of year you visit. But one thing you'll be getting, no matter what time you visit, is this beautiful jungle around us. It really helps to set the scene. You feel like you're just here with this beautiful work of nature and the occasional wild creature trying to steal your lunch, as Josh will tell you. Pretty epic. Now guys, we're coming up to an area called the Devil's Throat, where if you thought there was a lot of water before, oh my God, take a look at this. Well, it's definitely a bit misty, but it's not too bad. I mean, I got my camera out. So far, the biggest obstacle is dodging other tourists. But even at the end here, it looks like, because there's a 360 view, thankfully you got plenty of space to look in all directions. Oh, here comes that mist. I spoke a bit too soon. Okay, hold up. There's way too much water on my camera right now. That's better. The Devil's Throat, here we go. I just can't get the smile off my face, guys. We just sat down at the restaurant. It is a big restaurant, but with the number of people at the falls, we decided to get here nice and early. It's about 10 minutes to 12, and we got this table on the balcony just facing the falls. We can see Iguacu Falls right behind us. Those people up there, that's the Argentina side of the border. Of course, Iguacu Falls borders Brazil and Argentina. And tomorrow we're gonna be going over there, showing you what it's like. But for now, let's eat. Part 2, Argentina. Okay guys, here we are, Iguazu round 2. The entrance to the park is right there behind those buses. Oh, there it is. Oh, hey guys. This is Dan, the guy from the video. Coming to you from the future. No, seriously though, I was just making this video and looking over the footage from the Argentina portion, and I've realized that it's a very similar day to what you just witnessed. I mean, we start outside the park, it's me talking, then we walk around the park, and then we see the waterfalls, and we see more epic waterfalls, more waterfalls. It's very similar to the video that you just watched. So my idea was, instead of making the same video twice, why don't I share some facts about the Argentina side that make it a bit different than the Brazil side, so you can kind of have some information if you are thinking about visiting. Let me just close this. Okay, so fact number 1 about Argentina, obviously you are going to a different country. It's right across, it's a very easy border crossing, especially if you have a tour guide or a local who can help you with that crossing. Apparently if you're with a big group of people, you might not even have to leave your vehicle. They can just take your passports, get it stamped for you, super easy. So if you are worried about the border crossing, don't be, because they are very used to tourists doing this. I mean, on the Brazil side, you do walking. There is a nature path that you follow, but it's a bit more intense on the Argentina side because you have various different paths to choose from. You need a plan. You can't just follow the crowd, or you might run out of time and not get to see everything you want to see. So the Argentina side is more of kind of trekking through nature as well as seeing the waterfalls. I mean, we saw the coatis on Brazil side. We saw even more of those in Argentina. We also saw some monkeys. And we saw these yellow butterflies that were just kind of hanging out on the ground. I guess there was some mineral that they were really attracted to, and I got to try out the slow motion feature on my camera, and it looked pretty cool. So the other thing about Argentina is you're actually getting access to not only a different view of the waterfalls, but more waterfalls. Like all of this. Brazil is basically looking at this side of Iguazu. So, I mean, I'm not trying to put down Brazil. Brazil's side is epic as well. On Brazil's side, you get that huge panorama view that just takes your breath away. Argentina, you are closer to the waterfalls, but you get more waterfalls. So it kind of is a different experience. Yeah, I mean, I'm very glad that I did both. Let's put it that way. And number 5, the last interesting thing you should know about Argentina. When you're on the Argentina side, you get to see what was the highlight of the whole Iguazu Falls for me. And that is standing above the Devil's Throat. I'm not gonna lie, like I went into it feeling as though it was the end of a long day of walking around. I was feeling very hot from the sun, and I was thinking, maybe I don't even need to see Devil's Throat. Like, we've seen a lot of waterfalls. And then you get there, and you see it, and you walk up to the edge, and you look down, and my eyes actually started to tear up. Like it was a strangely emotional moment that I can't really put into words, but I just felt really connected to that force of energy. And I didn't even think about reaching for my camera. I didn't even pull out my cell phone and take a shot or anything. I didn't touch anything. I just looked past the edge. And then 5 minutes later, the security guard came up and said, closing, started blowing this whistle. It just went, closing, everyone, time to go, time to go. And I was like, what? What do you mean time to go? And yeah, apparently at 5 o'clock, they were closing it because we had to get all the way back to the park entrance, and the park closed at 6. So like, thankfully, we had a bit of time. He let us stay a few more minutes, and I got a couple of quick shots. But really, the shots don't do justice to it. It's just one of those moments that can't really be captured by a camera. It's one of those moments you have to feel inside. And you know, sometimes when you're traveling, you feel as though, okay, I've seen a lot of waterfalls. Like, I don't need to do this. You know, like I've been there, done that. Then you have this moment that just like slaps you across the face that says, shut up, Dan, look at this place. And you realize that you have never seen it all. You have never done it all. There are still those moments that will just take your breath away and humble you. And that's what Devil's Throat did to me at Iguazu Falls.
Where is it? Oh, here we go.
As always, I'm Dan from The New Travel. I'll see you next time.